The efforts to explore the vast space to find something that humans can have as a backup planet have only increased in recent years due to the ongoing threat of global warming and climate change to our current home planet, Earth. But what if I told you that scientists have found not just one, but several planets that can host human life and probably even have better living conditions on Earth? This sounds like a scary dystopian movie waiting to happen to some, while to others, discovering planets similar to Earth is the coolest thing ever. So keep watching until the end of this video to learn more, because scientists discovered planets even better for life than Earth.
I think this is a really surprising jump in our ability to understand Earth-like planets. Just looking through the results that they announced today and considering what we knew before, it actually doubles the number of planets just in this one system that we knew existed that were particularly Earth-like.
Scientists found several planets that are habitable for human life. For the past few decades, space scientists have discovered a few planets that have quite a resemblance and have the possibility to be habitable, just like Earth. These discoveries are a huge scientific breakthrough because they prove that other intelligent life forms live outside Earth. Although we have yet to actually find signs of intelligent life from these planets, seeing that they might be habitable gives scientists hope that there might be people like us in space too. It also means that if the worst possible scenario regarding global warming and climate change happens to Earth, there's a planet that humans can retreat to. Now, let's look at some of these planets and their unique quirks that set them apart from Earth, and what about them makes them a viable candidate to replace Earth. But what are these exoplanets' criteria to pass to be considered an alien Earth? First of all, the planet must have a star that it orbits around, just like how the Earth orbits around the Sun, and this planet should be close enough and far enough from its star that it can sustain liquid. The planet also has to be relatively similar in size to Earth, because planets that are our size have a higher probability of having rock formations. Proxima Centauri b is probably the most popular alien Earth scientists discovered. Among all of the possibly habitable planets, Proxima Centauri b is the closest in the distance to Earth, being only 4 light-years away. The only problem with this planet is that it orbits too closely to its star and finishes its rotation within 11 days, which makes it exposed to extreme ultraviolet radiation. So, despite this planet being within the habitable zone of its star, the chances of life thriving are slim. Another recently discovered planetary system is only 100 light-years away, with several exoplanets in the habitable zone. 2 of said planets from the system, called TOY 700e and TOI 700d, are around the same size as Earth in orbit around their star's habitable zone. Scientists regard the discovery of these planets as a huge breakthrough from the Transiting Exoplanet Survey Satellite, or TESS mission, especially because at the time of the discovery, the TESS mission had only been going for 2 years. This is one of only a few systems with multiple small habitable zone planets that we know of. That makes the TOI 700 system an exciting prospect for additional follow-up. Planet E is about 10% smaller than Planet D, so the system also shows how additional TESS observations help us find smaller and smaller worlds. Emily Gilbert from NASA says, "There's also a planet called Wolf 1069b that is a little quirkier than the previously mentioned planets. This planet is 31.2 light-years away from our solar system, and scientists are certain that Wolf 1069b is a rocky planet, unlike most of the alien Earths that are still in question if they are rocky or gaseous. However, like our moon, Wolf 1069b only has one side facing its star. So one side is daytime, while one side is nighttime, forever. So technically, only half of this planet could host intelligent life forms. Despite this, astronomers still believe that Wolf 1069b is one of the stronger candidates for biosignatures. This is what the Max Planck Institute of Astronomy said about this odd planet. Because of its favorable prospects regarding habitability, it is among a small, illustrious group of targets, such as Proxima Centauri b and TRAPPIST-1e, to search for biosignatures. But what will happen when we must flee and live on one of these planets soon? What would our lives be like? Is it even possible to achieve this? What if humans tried to live on one of these planets? Realistically speaking, if all of humankind flees to one of the alien Earths right now, it will most probably end up in tragedy. First of all, It took human civilization more than hundreds of thousands of years to develop into the Earth and society that we know today, and even took more years than that to develop the perfect atmosphere and perfect environment to host human and animal life. If humans were to move into one of these backup planets, we would have to start everything from scratch, and all of the studies we have done about Earth, such as its weather patterns, probably won't apply to this new planet. We will start with nothing unless we can gather enough information from several light years away that can become our starting guidelines in building a society on our chosen alien Earth. But with how expensive and time-consuming space exploration can be, it will be quite hard for us to achieve this. We don't just need a planet roughly the same size and temperature as Earth. We need a planet that spent billions of years evolving with us. We depend completely on the billions of other living organisms that make up Earth's biosphere. Without them, we cannot survive. Astronomical observations and Earth's geological record are clear. The only planet that can support us is the one we evolved with. There is no plan B. There is no planet B. Our future is here, and it doesn't have to mean we're doomed. Some researchers of the University of Exeter comment on the issue.
I was doing work on directed evolution. So this is the idea that we could take gene sequences, randomize them in some way, make these huge libraries of variants, turn those into proteins, and then select things. So it was the early form of protein engineering. And I was deeply frustrated. My experiments weren't working.
We will also have a hard time transporting most of our population to the new planet because, as previously mentioned, space travel can be costly, and it takes months to years for a space mission to be completed. For example, getting to Mars, one of Earth's closest neighbors, is only 140 million miles or 225 million kilometers away from Earth, and the journey to Mars takes 9 months. Now, imagine how long it will take us to get to another light-year-away planet. This simply means there are insufficient spacecraft and time to move most humans to our destination. If humans live on a backup planet, there will most likely be a few select people who can go on this journey, while some will be left behind in an inhabitable Earth. And we all know that it's going to be the poor people and the rest of Earth's animals that will be left behind to clean up what is left behind on the Earth that we used to live in, and will live until there are no more scraps left for the people to consume. Not only is life on Earth only in favor of those who have money, but life in space on another planet will also be the same. Lastly, just like what we have seen in movies like Interstellar, Passengers, or even Wall-E, anything can go wrong while you're traveling in space. And the worst thing about it is, you're stuck in space for an indefinite amount of time, so once it happens, it's almost impossible to make things right. So right now, it's quite impossible to achieve the idea of humans living on another planet. Would you go if you were allowed to live on another planet? Do you think humans will ever get to the technological advancement needed to make us survive in one of these alien Earths? Or do you agree that it's almost impossible to do this? Let me know what you think, and join the conversation in the comment section below.